Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, JC, and welcome back to my channel once again, and I'm just gonna go ahead and lay it out right in front of you guys. I apologize for me having red lips. I don't know what to do, man. I just don't know.
I don't know who the hell this guy is. He's got about 270,000 subscribers, and the reaction this guy gives to the trailer.
Are you serious?
Oh, are you serious? They're welding.
The freaking music,
What
man.
the freaking music is so intense. This goes on for 6 minutes of just two dudes welding, and then the logo appears. And this guy acts like he's seen the second coming of Jesus.
It's not like I've been purposefully saturating my videos more and more since I got that comment around 6 months ago. You are late to the meme. Look, friends, I know I say it all the time, but for some reason, just people just, they hate the fact that, I don't know, they just hate the fact that I can be excited for a video game in 2018. Imagine that, being excited and just happy about a video game coming out in 2018. That is a wrongdoing. I am a sinner. I mean, it's not like I've been covering this mode for years and years and years and years, and I've made the best of friends on this mode. And I've had awesome memories like ZWC, E4C, all of it. And you know, it's not like the guy behind the mode that I've been covering for years came down to my apartment himself to help reveal DLC 5 for the entire game. And I had a part in the hype and announcement of all of that. It's not like that at all. Not like that at all. Before we continue on this video, let me just say right here and right now, because I've had multiple videos made about me the past couple of weeks. I've had multiple people saying that I'm just a loser and that I'm faking my reactions, and I'm not hyped at all for Black Ops 4, and it's all fake for views. Let me just say this right now. Nothing you see is faked. My reactions are not faked. They're genuine reactions because I'm excited about this damn game coming out in 2018. If I wanted views, if you really think I wanted views, my last 10 videos would have been fucking Fortnite videos. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, and I know it was a long intro, let's get into today's video. Black Ops 4, it's coming. It's coming this year, it's happening, it's gonna be a thing, and I'm super excited, and you guys all know this. And for the most part, I think most of you guys watching the videos on this channel are pretty excited too. I mean, we're just having a blast on this hype train leading up to the game. And I wanted to make a video on something that's a little controversial. Like, I know the comment section, like my hair's still wet. I took a shower because I'm just already preparing for the absolute disgusting comment section this video is definitely going to cause. I want to talk about Fortnite. I know it's a little ironic because I just said that I would not make Fortnite videos if I wanted views, but listen, this is actually important. I think this video is very, very important. I want to give you guys 3 reasons, or not 3 reasons, just 3 main things that Treyarch can take from Fortnite and put into Black Ops 4 to make the whole experience just better in every way. This is 3 things that Treyarch can learn from Fortnite for Black Ops 4. The first thing I think is something that a lot of us really want in Black Ops 4, and this is something that me and Lex have been talking about for ages. And even off record, when Jason was here and I would talk to him about like just things that I really want to see in zombies at some point, like something that I just told him was very important to the life cycle of a game and something that we really need hardcore is just more and more updates, like seasonal events, things of that nature. We need that in the next Call of Duty. We need that so much in Black Ops 4. Black Ops 3 didn't get much of that at all. I think for zombies, other than the little community challenge events, which you don't get much from, the actual seasonal events I think we had for zombies was, I think, 1. I think we had a Valentine's Day event, and that was the only one I can really remember where the game significantly changed or updated for that season. Like, there wasn't any massive update that just added like a Christmas tree in Shadows of Evil or anything like that. And that would have been really cool. Like, I don't know how hard that is to do, but I just think that games now are not games that should just release and stay exactly the same when they come out. If there's anything to learn from Fortnite, is that constantly updating your game is massively important in terms of just not only content creation and people talking about your game, but it just gets everybody wanting to see what the new update is all about. I mean, I have a friend, his name's DC, he's my roommate. You guys have seen him on live streams and on videos in the past, and he is absolutely addicted to Fortnite. He loves Fortnite. And the thing with him is, like, he's a busy guy. He's in college, he's doing stuff, and he doesn't have all the time in the world to play Fortnite. But when he hears that there's a new gun added to Fortnite, or a new seasonal event that's coming, like a Christmas event coming to Fortnite or so and so. He's really excited to just give it a go, even if it's for an hour of his spare time, because he doesn't have much spare time when it comes to classes and all the clubs and things he's involved with. He still wants to check it out before that event ends. And I think that's something that Fortnite does really, really well. People are constantly talking about the game, and we need that. We need that going forward in the next Call of Duty game. Like, I know Fortnite is a free-to-play game, and I know that they're constantly updating it because it's still early access technically, I think. But Black Ops 4 needs to come out, and they need to just prepare themselves to do a Christmas event, to do a Valentine's Day event, to do a St. Patrick's Day event like World War II did. We need more and more things to keep the community talking and keep the community fresh going forward with the content that comes. Number 2 is gonna sound weird, but one of the things I hope BO4 and Treyarch learn from Fortnite is perfection isn't everything. You don't have to have a perfect mode to release it. Something that Jason has talked a lot about is making sure that modes are right before they release them. Like, he's talked in numerous interviews, I believe, where somebody has asked him, like, where's Grief? How come Grief didn't return in BO3, right? And one of his big things about it is he just said that the mode wasn't perfect and he didn't want to release it in its state, right? Like, he just felt that the mode wasn't up to par with everything else on the game. Listen, I get that. And Jason, I respect you 100% for that, man. Like, I really, really respect the idea of just wanting to make sure something is awesome before you put it out. But at the end of the day, though, I don't think having necessarily more content that's not amazing would hurt the game that much. Like, yeah, people may say that Grief isn't the best mode ever, but at the end of the day, that's more content for content creators. That's more content for the community to be playing on and keeping the community alive. Like, if Grief isn't the perfect thing, sure, whatever, right? It doesn't have to be like this amazing competitive mode, but just having that mode, like if we had that mode on BO4, that is so much more that we can do on the game. It's so much more that we can just mess around with and have fun with. It doesn't have to be perfect. It really doesn't. Something Fortnite does a lot is they test a bunch of new modes that they want to try out. They have these limited time events. They've done 50v50, they've done squads of 20, they've done other limited time events like Blitz, which is actually probably better than the main game of Fortnite itself. But my point with all this is that with all these modes, especially 50v50 and some of the other ones, they're just, some of them aren't perfect. Like, they're not perfect, and honestly, a lot of them, I don't like them as much as the main game, but there's gonna be people out there that think it's pretty cool. And there's gonna be people out there, no matter what, that maybe just wanna try something else with their day on the game. Like, maybe they just don't wanna play the most standard survival zombies experience like they do every time. Maybe they just wanna try something new. Having limited time modes that you can test out with the community and see if they like it, or just having more modes on the game in general, any of that, I don't necessarily think would hurt the game too much. Yeah, if they're broken, that's bad. Like, I get that. But at the end of the day, I don't necessarily think a lot of more content, such as just extra modes that people can mess around with, is a bad thing. I just don't think it is. Number 3, and this one is super important, and honestly, I know Treyarch's got this one in the bag because they do it all the time already, but something that Fortnite is doing really, really well right now with is basically responding to community feedback and adding more features that enrich the community. Like, we've talked about modes and we've talked about the idea of just constantly updating the game, right? But in terms of community feedback, they're really on top of their game right now. To give you some examples, in Fortnite, the shields were a little bit too OP at first. Like, half shields were so rare that if you were fighting somebody with them, you just felt like you're just at a very, very disadvantage. So they added small shields and things like slurp juices to make things just a lot more balanced and a lot better. The community really, really wanted something like that to balance it out, and I think it worked pretty well. Another thing that people have been crying about for ages on Fortnite is the ability to save memories from the game, to go into the game and see exactly how you died from another person. And not only this, but they've been asking for tools to be able to make more and more content, like montages and just really cool things with Fortnite that you've never been able to do before. And Fortnite has now added, or they're adding pretty soon, I don't know if they've added it yet, the new replay mode, which is basically a theater mode coming to the game. And I know that Treyarch is one of the studios that tries to keep theater mode in their games because they really, really want the community to use those tools to make more and more content and just make the game experience and community overall better on the games. And I think that would be an awesome idea to keep going into BO4. Like, I'm not trying to beg here, but I would really, really love theater mode to come back once again, because it's just something that we need. It's something that the community just would have so much fun with, and it just helps content creation so much. Like, just mind-blowing. I said this on Twitter a bunch, but if you look back at a game like Halo 3, if you're ever around in the time span of like 2007 to 2010 when we had Halo 3, the content on that game that the community had, like theater mode, file share, screenshots, Bungie favorites where the best maps were cycled in on the menus and you could download them and just have so much fun with your friends in party games. The content on that game is still way, way, way more community content than most games have today. And it's really sad. Like, Fortnite is doing great. They're implementing theater mode, that's awesome. But the fact that theater mode is still something that games don't really have that much is kind of sad, honestly, because Halo 3 did all of that in 2007, and Halo 3, I'm pretty sure if most people recall, it's probably one of the most influential games of all time and one of the best FPS games ever, and there's an example there to follow with that game. The community of that game lasted years and years and years, and the zombies community, we've lasted years with just one bonus mode on a game. So just imagine what we can do if we have more and more community features like theater mode, like file share, like all these things coming back into BO4. It would be awesome, and I know it wouldn't make or break the game, but it would just help content creation and people talking about the game so much more. And I just really hope for those features. So that's my 3 things that I think Treyarch and Black Ops 4 could take from Fortnite. There's a lot of things they could take from it, but to sum it up really, really quickly, again, it's the constant updates, the actual trying of new modes, and maybe if they're not perfect, that's okay, but just trying new modes gets people excited, gets people into it, to want to try something that's a limited time event. That's awesome. People come home from their day and they don't want to miss this new mode that's only going to be out for a couple of days. That's cool, and I think Black Ops 4 really needs stuff like that. And as well, we just need community features like theater mode, file share, all that sort of stuff that Treyarch has already done, and maybe more and better ways to do so. I know Black Ops 3's theater mode, God help me. I love you guys, and thank you for adding theater mode just as at a base level. That's great that that was there, but it was really glitched for zombies. Like, the point system would show up as you were recording stuff in theater mode. It made it so hard to make really cinematic stuff because the points would literally pop up on the screen. So if we could just fix that, it would be a lot better if we have theater mode in the future. So all that stuff I just really, really want to see in the future of Call of Duty and the future of Black Ops 4, of course. And yeah, that's the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know I was talking about Fortnite, and I know it was kind of like a Fortnite video mix with Black Ops 4, but this is stuff that Black Ops 4 needs to take after to be successful in the long run, I think. It really, really does. And regardless if they have a Battle Royale mode or not, I don't know. Just these features in general would really, really help the game. So that's it. That's the video. If you guys have any ideas of your own that you think Black Ops 4 needs to have, tell me in the comments below. You guys know the drill. You may or may not see them in a video in the future. I won't spoil. This has been me, JC, and I will see you guys on the next video. Have a good one.